Right, guys, Croatia have just beaten Morocco in everyone's least favourite game in the tournament. It is the third place playoff. I mean, I don't hate it as much as some people do. I think it is a game that's worth winning if you do unfortunately lose the semi final, because I mean, third place is it's something, isn't it? It's almost like the bronze medal, isn't it? I don't even know if they actually do give out like a medal for it. I don't think they do. It's not the Olympics. But yeah, there have been some decent third place playoff games over the years. The one that I remember the most was in 2010, Germany beating Uruguay. I really enjoyed that game. Little 6-year-old Charlie really enjoyed that game. But yeah, this game, it was a really fast start to the game. Both teams scored two similar-ish goals from free kicks in similar positions as well. The first goal came from Croatia, Josko Gvardiol, who has had a really good tournament that has sadly been overshadowed by one moment against Argentina where Lionel Messi turned him inside out. To be honest, I didn't think he had a great game in the Argentina game overall, to be honest. I thought the Croatia backline for the first two goals that Argentina scored got stretched out of position. So, yeah, I didn't think he had a great game in that game. But overall, in the tournament, he's played really well. So, and it was a really well-taken goal, headed back across, and he almost like did a full-on diving header and got it into the top corner. Really impressive finish. And Morocco equalised almost instantly. I think it was only like a minute later that they scored. I think it was Dari who scored it, Ashraf Dari. I might have got his name wrong there. It was something like that. The replacement for Nayef Aguerd, centre-back for them. This one was similar, but a little bit more scruffy. It was a free kick that got flicked on by a defender this time, Croatian defender, and he managed to get there before Livakovic did in the Croatian goal and score, make it 1-1. And yeah, from then on, it was a bit of a fiery game. There were, some strong challenges going in, and not incredible amounts of chances throughout the game. I should say that Bono in goal for Morocco nearly scored one of the greatest own goals I've ever seen very early on in the game. Nearly just passed it into his own net from a really tight angle. Got quite fortunate in the end with that. But yeah, it wasn't the most amazing game ever. I thought after it went 1-1, oh Jesus Christ, we could be looking at like a rugby score here. But no, that wasn't the case. But it still wasn't the most horrendous game of football I've ever watched. It was a lot better than the first game between these two teams earlier on in the tournament. I think it was the opening game in Group F, that game. And yeah, that really was a tough watch, that one. I think, yeah, finished 0-0. And yeah, Orsic got the winner just before half-time. It was a really well-taken goal, bent it into the far corner. At first I thought that's a brilliant finish. It's come off the post and gone just inside the goal. If it had gone any further, like an inch wider on the post, it would have come straight back out. But on replay it shows that Bono did get a hand to it, so he did make it look a lot better. But it was still a really good finish from Mislav Orsic, who is having a really good season for Dinamo Zagreb by all accounts. And yeah, really, really well taken goal. And yeah, from then on, Morocco, they had chances here and there. And Nasiri probably had their best chance in the second half, right at the end of the game, to equalise. I think it was like in the 4th minute stoppage time. He rose high into the air as he did against Portugal, but this time couldn't keep it under the crossbar, so a bit unfortunate there. And Croatia, they didn't have many chances in the second half either. Kovacic probably came closest with a chance that he should have done better with, really. But I think the one tragic part of this game was that Andre Kramaric got injured with about 15-20 minutes to go. And he's got injured, right, from an offside position, so one that the linesman would have flagged for a year ago, in a game that isn't the most important game ever. I think Hoffenheim won't be the happiest with that outcome. to be honest, nor will the player. But this is why the argument is there that the linesman shouldn't keep the flag down. It's this debate you've got at the minute of should we focus on what's fairer for the game or what's fairer for the players? Because for the players, the fairest thing is to flag so that then they can stop play and not needlessly play on at their maximum intensity. But the fairest thing for the game is that the linesman doesn't flag, because if he does flag and it turns out it isn't offside, then, well, there's, a problem there, isn't there? Because you can't continue from that point on. Or there needs to be some sort of thing where if the linesman flags and he got it wrong, like a free kick's given or something, or a drop ball or something like that needs to happen. Because it just can't really, continue. Because this is, the dilemma we've got in football right now. Croatia, I should mention though, in my opinion, should have had a penalty in the second half. I think both commentators on BBC agreed with me and said that it should be a penalty. Josko Gvardiol made a really good run forward from centre-back into the box, and he was clearly fouled, let's be completely honest. His ankle got clipped, I think it was by Amrabat, and yeah, it was a penalty. The one thing that stops the referee from giving a penalty, I think, is the fact that because Gvardiol's leg's been clipped and then that leg's the one that he's using to push forward on, that it takes half a second for his ankle to sort of like be misplaced on the ground and then for him to go down. So to the referee it looks like he's just looking for the penalty, but that's not the case at all. Anyone who has been in that position knows that it is a penalty, because you can't stabilise yourself from that point on. So I think the referee and VAR, because they did check it, got that one wrong as well. But yeah, there wasn't much more to the game, to be honest. It wasn't a bad game for a third place playoff, and Croatia, they're the team that finished third in the end after a second place finish in 2018. So I think if you'd have said that to them back in 2017, the next two World Cups they finished second and third, I think they'd partly be a bit disappointed that they lost the final in 2018, but also I think they'd have also taken that. Not that they were a bad side like 5 or 6 years ago, but it was still further than they would have expected to get in this competition. And I think it probably has been their best period that they're going to get a football for a while now, because obviously Perisic has come into the end of his career, same with Modric, and that is unfortunately the case for a few other players. Even Brozovic and Kovacic are either close to turning 30 or have turned 30 now, so they might play another World Cup, but they definitely won't be at the level they're playing at right now. You wouldn't have thought. Lovren as well is another one. So yeah, but I mean they've got an incredible record at World Cups, because they haven't qualified for that many. I think they've qualified for 6 and reached the semi-final 3 times, including the final in Russia 2018. So that is just a very good record for when they have qualified. But anyway, thanks for watching this video. Congratulations on finishing third to Croatia, and congratulations on getting to the semi-final, being the first African team to reach the last 4 in terms of Morocco. Congratulations to them. But thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you next time.